Since February, March, April, May, na June agwụla NNPC, not one kobo. Kapa punye na federation account, ego a na-eji Abuja weta. Kapa punyere kobo. Ụnọ na-anụkwu ya. Ego a na-ejezi nke a na-eweta ebe a. Ọgbada. Ife a na-ewetezi ebe a bụ ego customs. Ife a pụtara na customs. Na ego ndị company kwụ na tax. Ọ ya ka a na-ekezi. Ego oil emego gịnị? Ụnọ na-anụkwu ya.
Abdulaziz Umar talks, the ordinary president. I hear say our past leader don't sell our crude oil up front. Nigeria no get crude oil to sell to Dangote again. Me too, I hear that thing. Say all this money where they borrow during Buhari time, they use our crude oil where we never produce, give them as a security to collect the money up front. That's what I hear. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President.
Yes, sir.
So, lovely Biafrans, we are bringing this news, this history out. Soludo knows very well that Nigeria has no money. All these 5 Eastern governors here, all of them knows that Nigeria has no money. Yet, they are bringing Fulani Boko Haram to come and eliminate their own people. They are bringing Fulani Boko Haram to come and be killing their own people. In order for them to keep a dead Nigeria one. That is what is happening. And we have come to begin to expose in order for us to have what they call fundamental evidences. Stella Abian, thank you, my people everywhere. Clement, thank you. Then, you see, we are keeping all this record, and he is here telling them, majority of them is telling him, yes.
Ego mmanụ Nigeria agwụgo. Ụnọ na-anụ ya. Since February, March, April, May, na June agwụla NNPC, not one kobo. Kapa punyere na federation account, ego a na-eji Abuja weta. Kapa punyere kobo. Ụnọ na-anụkwu ya. Ego a na-ejezi nke a na-eweta ebe a. Ọgbada. Ife a na-ewetezi ebe a bụ ego customs. Ife a pụtara na customs. Na ego ndị company kwụ na tax. Ọ ya ka a na-ekezi. Ego oil emego gịnị?
Ego oil agwụgo. Ego oil has finished. And if you check inside the voice you hear inside that place, he is talking to multitude, informing them that ego oil agwụgo, it has been sold up front as a collateral. All those multitude there, they are the people that is tagging to bring down our prime minister, and they are the ones that fight to put our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu inside. And we are keeping it for them.
Abdulaziz Umar talks, the ordinary president. I hear say our past leader don't sell our crude oil up front. Nigeria no get crude oil to sell to Dangote again. Me too, I hear that thing. Say all this money where they borrow during Buhari time, they use our crude oil where we never produce, give them as a security to collect the money up front. That's what I hear. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President.
Yes, sir.
It's not a rumor.
Oh, it's not a rumor.
Yeah, they sold it. It was a
It's not a rumor. Yet, some Biafran people are still thinking that it's a rumor. Soludo has come here to confirm it. Then, this message has come out before. We made it go viral. That made Soludo to come out again to made it open to the whole world that Nigeria has nothing. And when they are bringing Boko Haram to come and capture our land, when they are bringing these people, we told them it is not possible.
Meantime, the army has arrested over 400 suspected Boko Haram members in Abia State, southeast Nigeria. They were apprehended along the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway by soldiers attached to the 144 Battalion in Ukwa West local government area. The suspects, including 8 women, were traveling in 35 buses, 2 of which escaped with their occupants. Their arrest is coming after security operatives disabled an improvised explosive device planted on the premises of a church in Imo State.
Some of them are between the ages of some 16 years, between 16 and 25, 30. Some much.
Biafrans, what we are showing here now is the reason everybody must appreciate our PM. Everybody must appreciate the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. These are Boko Haram traveling openly, coming to Biafran land to come and conquer the land. The thing that made our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to create security for our people. Why they themselves know that Nigeria has been sold long time ago? They know all this thing, yet Soludo is still having the gut by mounting security that will attack our Biafran liberation people. We go on to show the kind of battle, and all these people, none of them is still alive. All of them have died in Biafran land. That is what we are telling you.
And among them, they have 6 women, between the age, 8 women, between the ages of 16 and 24. Now look at these young men. 486 able-bodied young men moving in a convoy of 35 vehicles to a destination that is unknown to them. To a destination that is unknown to them. To a job they have not applied for. And moving by 3 a.m. in the night. Could this be a build-up? From what we have also learned, this type of movement took place about a month ago. The security agencies there have been informed, and I'm sure they are making frantic effort to see whether they can locate those people. So Nigerians, gentlemen of the press, this is what we have in our hands.
For a better understanding, all these people they are showing here are Boko Harams being sent to Eastern Zone, to Igbo land, to come and capture the land of God himself. But all of them has been sent to where they're supposed to be. Chukwuokike Abiama, the kind of war Chukwuokike Abiama is fighting for his own people. These are people Buhari ordered to come and capture the land. You understand? So what we are doing, we are still doing our agitation. Our agitation is still going on. Our analysis are still going on. Anybody that is here, please help us to share, because we are recording every other thing that has happened. That is what we are recording. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made every news open. Let us see.
Most powerful quotes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Number 1. Biafra land cannot be Islamized. It's not possible. Not while I'm alive. Number 2. Anybody who has a hand in the killing of innocent Biafrans will die regardless of who you are. Number 3. Nigeria will empty her treasury in a bid to stop the coming of Biafra, but at the end, Biafra will still come. Number 4. Any day I declare Biafra, know that we are ready to match. Number 5. If Biafra doesn't come, that means there's no God in heaven. Number 6. Any nation that tries to stop Biafra will be destroyed. Watch what will happen to Britain very soon. Number 7. They are killing us now and nobody is saying anything about it. Any day I give guns to IPL Nigeria will not last up to 24 hours. Number 8. It's either they give us Biafra or we take it by force. Number 9. Nigeria is a country of animals and savages. Number 10. I will destroy Nigeria with truth.
This is how we are recording the history, Biafrans, because while we are doing this thing, our message is going to the far north now. The Hausa people, the Numpe people, they are now ganging up. The brain and the wave of this agitation, this liberation movement is entering the Hausa people, the Numpe people. Remember, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that if Hausa people stand up to support this movement, if they didn't fight against Biafra, that the Biafran Liberation Army will help the Hausa military to cover their land up to Sokoto, and the Sultan of Sokoto will be demoted. The Sultan of Sokoto will be overthrown. Forward this message so it will get to them. The Hausa people will have messages that came, that Hausa people are the people that have the gut now even to tag Biafran flag and making their own analysis, both in TikTok, in Twitter, and the other places. They are now agitating for Biafran freedom. We are trying to give them a positive accolade in order for them to know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made a promise to them. He said that if they join the struggle, that the Biafran Liberation Army will join them to restore their land down to Sokoto, and the Sultan of Sokoto will be overthrown. The power of the Biafran Liberation Army. The Biafran Liberation Army is the strongest army in the whole world. It has been proved. That is why they told you that the warriors fight like a Biafran. American adage, when they want to advise their military, when they want to go to war, they will tell them that the warriors used to fight like a Biafran soldiers. Because Biafran soldiers is number one in this world. Everybody remember when PM promised Israel 15,000 soldiers. He said they will be foot soldiers, not to air, not to sea, but to foot soldiers, 15,000. Any day Israel demand for that 15,000, he is going to give it to them. You understand? Because if you are a warrior, you are a fighter, you are a military, you must fight like a Biafran army. We know what we have. Obieze, thank you. Nas, Ozochukwu, thank you. We move. Okay? We move. And as we are going, we will be touching back to the reason. Look at what Soludo finally confirmed.
Since February, March, April, May, June, NNPC, not one kobo. Kapapunya in a federation account, Ega and Jabuja weather. Kapunya kobo. Uno Nanukia. Ega and Jesse Gane with a bar. Abada. If I never tell them about go customs, if I put down customs, they go the company for a tax. I can't take it. Ego oil and go get it. Uno na nupia. All the matonyo na inapwe what ya tata.
Abdulaziz Umar talks, the ordinary president. I hear say our past leader don't sell our crude oil up front. Nigeria no get crude oil to sell to Dangote again. Me too, I hear that thing. Say all this money where they borrow during Buhari time, they use our crude oil where we never produce, give them as a security to collect the money up front. That's what I hear. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President.
Yes, sir.
It's not a rumor.
Oh, it's not a rumor.
Yeah, they sold it. It was a swap bid done by Mele Kyari.
This same Mele Kyari.
$3 billion.
$3 billion.
$3 billion. And they still apply again. They want to do same. It was done under Buhari and collected $3 billion. Now they want to swap again, multiply our resources and collect another, I think, is it 2 or 3 billion. Still, they are still on the process. But it's not a rumor. It was done and sealed. So we have no crude oil for now. It has been mortgaged. That is the fact. So it's not a rumor.
Thank you very much. Make we appreciate elder statesman.
Yes. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made a promise. He said that Nigeria will be destroyed beyond measure. And you know, this war of Amaka, the war of Amaka and the Yoruba people and the Edo people, we are recording it. You have already heard it. Here is the root of those war. This is how the war started. Ahmadu Bello laid this egg, thinking that he can destroy the children of light. But Ahmadu Bello didn't know that Onye Chukwu nọnyere, nothing can happen to him.
Is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp. Monopolize everything in that. They go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area.
The hate speech you hear every day, this is how the egg of that hate speech started. This hate speech, this is where the egg was laid. Where Soludo is serving today, where Hope Uzodinma is serving today, where Peter Mba is serving, where all the past leaders from the Southeast, this is where all of them are serving. When you hear that Igbocha, Egbakere, all this divide and rule, this is where the egg was laid. And the Biafrans, everybody should understand that our war now is the war against Usman Danfodio. This man you see here is the 30th generation of Usman Danfodio. And our war, after 2nd of December, then the war of Usman Danfodio will start openly. PM said the other day that the way to destroy Nigeria, they know you bupu hanka, bupu hanka, or at the end, they are cut off all. A cut all, that to cut neck is what this man said in this place. Ideology of Usman Danfodio. That is what we are going to declare. Declaring Biafra, redeclaration of Biafra is to cut Usman Danfodio. That Nigeria is not good, Africa is not good, is because of this bad egg they laid in this place. Hey, Emisame. Aya, Anyamuo, thank you. Odinaka, thank you. Chidebere, Christian, thank you. Thank you. Then we continue. That is how they laid the egg. This is it. And we will keep on telling people.
If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract
But
too.
on contract too.
This is going to be permanent, I should say, for as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea?
Lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, new to our region, but how many northerners are employed in the east or in the west? The answer is no. And if there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.
Could you perhaps explain that to me?
So, dear friends, why we are doing what we are doing, we told you earlier that this is a gospel. When we understood that Biafra is a gospel, we didn't care how you will feel, but we know that this must be a repeated gospel. It must be repeating until everybody will understand what we are doing. Daddy Boy, thank you. Hamilton Luma, thank you. Emisame, greetings, thank you. Emisame, Alex, thank you. Then we will keep on preaching this gospel, preaching it until the person that a deaf will hear what we are talking about. This is how this man laid the egg that Amaka came to destroy. Many people might not understand what God used Amaka to do. That Amaka of Canada. Oba of Lagos spoke against how to destroy Igbo people. Nobody cares. The wife of Tinubu spoke on how to destroy Igbo people. Nobody cares. All Fulanis have told you that one cow is more than 100 men found in Nigeria. Nobody cares. All the killings going on, nobody cares until Amaka retaliates. Then the Yoruba people jump out and they call for his arrest, for her arrest. Today, all those news they doesn't want to publish, they have published it by force. By force. And the good part of it today now is that Amaka have taken them to court. But Nigeria doesn't even have money to pay her. They said onye akpana nwa agụ aka n'ọdụ ma ọ dị ndụ ma ọ nwụrụ anwụ. Do not come and challenge Igbo people, because these are people, when you challenge them, they will tell you and make you know that God is their own. They, whenever people, children of God, call upon their father, he will answer them. That is why Amaka won that case. Nigeria, Yoruba people, and Hausa people have already planned deep. Even Atiku Abubakar involved himself in the case of Amaka. That is where the egg was laid. And we are following this history bomber to bomber. Now, Nigeria said they will destroy Igbo people. We tell them it is not possible, that you cannot destroy Igbo people. And they are there shaking their head, according to Mazen Namdekan. Today, a lot is happening in Nigeria because they want to destroy Igbo people. As they are thinking on how to destroy Igbo people, Chukwuka Abịama is destroying them from back. Chukwuka Abịama is destroying them from back. We are coming with this news.
For putting and powdering their face anymore. What do you think they are doing? Do you know what's going on in the country? Do you know how many lives have been lost as a result of their useless policies that doesn't make sense? What kind of person who calls himself an accountant would not know that a nation that is so export dependent, you got to manage your exchange rate, how by crook or by means, or whatever means? What kind of person comes onto a chair? He has not even looked at the books. He doesn't even know what is there. He doesn't say, it's gone, it's gone.
But the president had told Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, he is a reformer that is trying to take a painful route in reforming the economy and the nation.
Thank you. For a man who's using our money to be buying new jets, for a man who's buying Escalades bulletproof, for a man who's spending money like he's going out of fashion, is that how Deng Xiaoping managed China before he got to Xi Jinping? Is that how China? He's not reforming anything. He's just wasting everybody's time and creating chaos. And he's trying to get national anger to get to a point. It will be a boiling point. Let me tell you, my dear friend, everywhere you have seen a tipping point where people have just said enough, it has always been one senseless government policy after the other, with their lackeys coming to say, oh, it's okay. You are forgetting that we're talking about human lives here. We're talking about people's hunger. We're talking about the cost of living of the Nigerian people. What is their excuse? You are telling us now that, oh, NNPC that can say they're bringing a profit of, is it 3.7 trillion as their profit, at the same time, this is madness. This is sheer arrant madness. And we have been screaming about this NNPC since forever. I recall very vividly in 2019 when we were running.
You hear it? Today, every one of them is crying. Everyone is crying because they have beaten more than they can chew. They touch the child of God, Mazen Namdekano. They touch him, and everywhere is scattering. We just come here to let Biafrans know that we are compiling. We are compiling. We just come to drop this message to our Biafrans doing our subject. This is what we have assigned to do, and we will be doing it very, very well until Biafra is restored and beyond. We are not going back. They are crying, and we are happy. They are crying.
I'm sure it won't take long before Labour joins them. And by the grace of God Almighty, we will all empty into the street and ensure that go they will. If they will not listen appropriately, if they think that anybody is going to allow them.
Do you think that this government is not listening?
No, I think this government is sheer irresponsible and incompetent. Nobody has time for putting and powdering their face anymore. What do you think they are doing? Do you know what's going on in the country? Do you know how many lives have been lost as a result of their useless policies that doesn't make sense? What kind of person who calls himself an accountant would not know that a nation that is so export dependent, you got to manage your exchange rate, how by crook or by means, or whatever I mean. What kind of person comes onto a chair? He has not even looked at the books. He doesn't even know what is there. He doesn't say, it's gone, it's gone.
But the president had told Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, he is a reformer that is trying to take a painful route in reforming the economy and the nation.
Thank you. For a man who's using our money to be buying new jets, for a man who's buying Escalades bulletproof, for a man who's spending money like he's going out of fashion, is that how Deng Xiaoping managed China before he got to Xi Jinping? Is that how China Mama? He's not reforming anything. He's just wasting everybody's time and creating chaos. And he's trying to get national anger to get to a point. It will be a boiling point. Let me tell you, my dear friend, everywhere you have seen a tipping point where people have just said enough, it has always been one senseless government policy after the other, with their lackeys coming to say, oh, it's okay. You are forgetting that we're talking about human lives here. We're talking about people's hunger. We're talking about the cost of living of the Nigerian people. What is their excuse? You are telling us now that, oh, NNPC that can say they're bringing a profit of, is it 3.7 trillion as their profit, at the same time, this is madness. This is sheer arrant madness. And we have been screaming about this NNPC since forever. I recall very vividly in 2019 when...
Are you getting it? But here is the what? Here is the answer. Under our own mathematics. Here is the answer. Soludo knows. Very, very well.
Nigeria,
Ego Nigeria, Abugo. Ego sitting governor. A sitting governor is confirming it. And the PM that the Nigeria economy
since February, March, April, May, na June agwụla NNPC, not one kobo. Kafa kwụnyere na Federation account, ego a na-eji Abuja eweta. Kafa kwụnyere kobo. Ụnọ na-anụkwu ya. Ego a na-ejezi nke a na-eweta ebe a. Ọgbada. Ife a na-ewetezi ebe a bụ ego customs. Ife a kwụdara na customs. Na ego ndị company kwụ na tax. Ọya ka a na-ekezi. Ego oil emego gịnị?
You hear the multitude there.
Ụnọ na-anụkwu ya. Ọ dị mma ka onye ọbụla ị na-apụ ịghọta ya tata.
Abdulaziz Umar talks, the ordinary president. I hear say our past leader don't sell our crude oil up front. Nigeria no get crude oil to sell to Dangote again. Me too, I hear that thing. Say all this money where they borrow during Buhari time, they use our crude oil where we never produce, give them as a security to collect the money up front. That's what I hear. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, President.
Yes, sir.
It's not a rumor.
Oh, it's not a rumor?
Yeah, they sold it. It was a swap bid done by Mele Kyari.
This same Mele Kyari?
$3 billion.
$3 billion?
$3 billion. And they still apply again. They want to do same. It was done under Buhari and collected $3 billion. Now they want to swap again, multiply our resources and collect another, I think, is it 2 or 3 billion. Still, they are still on the process. But it's not a rumor. It was done and sealed. So we have no crude oil for now. It has been mortgaged. That is the fact. So it's not a rumor.
Thank you very much.
It has been mortgaged. And the Biafrans, because of our time, please, I will stop it here. That is the reason PM has fulfilled his promise. Mazen Nandekano prophecies has been completely fulfilled. And when you see our PM fighting and giving order, he knows what he is doing. Please, if you have not been supporting this movement by paying any fund, by paying IOU loan or anything, please do. Soludo has confirmed it to you that there is no hope. But one thing is this, yet Soludo still go on killing his own people to keep a dead country. That is the title. Yet Soludo is still destroying and killing his own people together with Hope Uzodinma and Peter Mba. Killing his own people to keep a dead Nigeria. He himself has come here to confirm it. You understand? So Biafrans, Emisame, when Biafra come, you remember that Biafra is the light of Africa. Any soldier in this world that want to become a warrior will fight like a Biafran warrior. Go and learn from Biafran warriors. So Biafrans, because of our time, we are turning back again to analyze what happened yesterday for PM. So we will go to meet our children in the school. Then we will turn back again. It is our own turn to make sure our people understand bit by bit of this struggle. Thank you, lovers of freedom.